It's the WLA Finals, and it's Game 4 from Bear Mountain Arena, the home of the Victoria Shamrocks on this Friday night. The Langley Thunder have a 2-1 series lead thanks to a 12-10 win in Game 3 on Wednesday at the Langley Events Center. The whole team has won every game in this series, and the Shamrocks hoping to keep that going in front of their home fans. Victoria in the white with the traditional green, and the Langley Thunder in their all-black uniforms. Some misdirection from Rod Jensen and the Langley Thunder about who would be playing goal, but it's going to be the guy that played here in game number 2, the guy that played in game 1, Brody McDonald, the big man, he of the Edmonton Rush of the National Lacrosse League. Nick Rose was solid coming in relief in game number 2, although it was a Langley loss, and Nick Rose helped the Thunder get the win in game number 3 on home floor. No question who's playing for Victoria. It will be Matt Vince in net. I talked to GM Chris Welch of the Shamrocks earlier, and I asked him about his goaltender, and he said maybe a challenge. Matt has to be a little bit better than he was in game 3. Face-off's an issue as well, with Ian Poole going 16 of 23, and overall Langley going 16 of 24 in game 3. And there was some thoughts on the Victoria side that maybe some issues with how the face-offs were being allowed to be a little bit illegally drawn. We'll see how referees Baldridge and Williams will call the face-offs here. Nobody can get possession initially, and the Shamrocks do finally get the opening draw. We're underway in game 4. Zeros on the board. 2-1 Thunder in the series. Up with the ball, Schattler. Schattler throws it across Corey Conway. On the move, Conway puts it to the front. Ball bounces away from the intended recipient, and Brody McDonald's going to have the first outlet. Almost a misfire there as the ball goes into Nick Billick. Billick, a great runner. Wants to get off and bring out the offense. It's going to go through Billings' stick. A goal and 4 assists in Billings' last game, game number 3. Billings on the move towards the net. Drops it off. Iannucci, sub-shot, and lots on that, but he couldn't beat Matt Vince. And Ethan Iannucci did not play in game 3, but he's back in game 4. They're in the 1-minute mark. There's no score yet. And a ball battle in the green paints. It is going to be Shamrock possession. Derek Lowe takes the ball from the corner. Former Maple Ridge Burrard throws it up top for Schattler. Schattler's going to try and dance in. Schattler tried to put it to the middle. Bounces free there. Grimes in a ball battle for it. Wardle's there as well. Wearing number 29, Junior A call-up. Damon Edwards is now going to run for the Langley Thunder. Edwards with some room. Moves up towards the Victoria defense from the outside. Looked like he might take a shot. He's twisting and turning. Throws it back in for Garrett Billings. Billings is going to wait. He's got Doby on that far right side. Doby gets the ball now. The left-hander will control it. Alex Turner right there beside him. Doby with a spin move. Stiff angle. Didn't get much on that shot. Vince is trying to come out for it, but a friendly Langley bounce. Shot clock winding down. It is going to be Victoria possession. 1:38 in, first period. No score between the Langley Thunder and the Victoria Shamrocks here in game 4. Shamrocks on the move. Ball bounced in. Chance from distance for a pass just out of the reach of Dutch. Conway's trying to jump up and grab it, though. Poole's got Conway in the corner. Ball is dragged out. Langley possession. Up they start. Just over 2 minutes in. Billick takes a wrap from Schattler. Ball goes in now for Johnston. He wants to get off the floor. Midsky has it. A couple of goals for him in game number 3. Minsky throws it back to Billings. He'll quarterback it. Puts it across to his right. Big Matthews will trot in. Puts it towards the front. Matthews a shooter more than a passer, and that pass didn't connect. Evans for the Shamrocks to Burton. Couple Rochester Nighthawks together there. Here's Harnett. Greg Harnett on the move. Wants to get off. Puts the ball in. Now it's fed up towards Wardle. Tried to move it backwards, and Reese Dutch was there, but Reinhold almost stole it. Reinhold right in front of the Victoria bench, shoved Dutch into it, and that's going to mean a possession change in favor of the Victoria Shamrocks. Still no score nearing the 3-minute mark of this opening period. Ball taken by Conway. Rangers in front. Ball to him. Ranger to the crease looking for the quick stick. None coming, though. Reese Dutch has to track it back. Double team. Forced over center. Whips the ball in. Ranger couldn't take it. Grimes will. Mike Grimes up and over center for the Langley Thunder. 3:10 in. No score yet. Langley's been a fast-starting team in these finals. Matthews from distance Lots on that shot. Vince made the save, thought he had it. It popped out. But it is going to be Carnegie who's going to bring it back for the Shamrocks. Hevener dishes it down the floor. Tyler Haas out there. He's going to want to change. Haas moves it to Schattler. Schattler moving up on the attack. Throws it back to Conway on the other side. Now it's back to Schattler again. He just missed with that one. Once again, it's Shamrock ball. It's Conway trying to dart through. Conway getting in tight. Knocked down. Heavy collision. And the Shamrocks lose the ball. Speeding away, Krepensek will bring it back. Krepensek to the middle. There's a shot and a good save off McMichael. Rebound on the floor. Nice work by Matt Vince there. Back come the Shamrocks. Harnett moving right towards the goal. John Harnett in tight. Looking back to the middle. He's got nobody open, so he had to bomb it all the way back. Greg Harnett will take it now. He's going to lift it. Moved in by Wardle. Schattler's right beside him. Derek Lowe on the other side. So is Dutch. Dutch has it. Shoots. Not much on that as it dribbled wide. Edwards after the ball. Wardle's after Edwards. Ball taken out, at least for a moment, by Lynch. Shamrocks trying to recover it again. Reese Dutch in the ball battle. Wardle's there too, but a knock in the back. And I think that Jones has been shaken up. He's in obvious difficulty down on the floor as he took that push and landed awkwardly. Appears to be his right hand that he's favoring his right arm. And is this going to be more than just a simple possession call on a Victoria penalty for that hit to the back that caused Jones to fall rather awkwardly to the floor? Jones had a great shift of ball raking on a Langley penalty kill here in game number 2. Certainly a factor in that game, and it's certainly a factor right now that he's down and in some difficulty and hasn't moved very far. And did appear that he was favoring his right arm or his right hand after the collision. It is going to be Langley ball once play is whistled in once more. Good even start to the game thus far. 2-0 the shots on goal favoring the Langley Thunder. Matt Vince, 30 saves in the loss in game number 3. Nick Rose, 36 saves for the win, but it's Brody McDonald in net this time out. Schattler, the high point man in that game for either side with 2 goals and 5 assists for a 7-point game. Jones is now on the Langley Thunder bench. McDonald thought about inching over towards the bench. He's going to stay on as the ball goes across the floor now for Matthews. Mark Matthews moving up. Put it to Billings. Billings making moves, looking for space. Puts it out in front, and Midsky couldn't quite corral that. Now he's got it. Under 10 on the 30. Ball picked off. Tyler Haas is going to run with it. Up and over center. Haas in on the attack. He's got McCray beside him. Haas is going to direct traffic. Moves backwards, throws it across. It's taken by Schattler. Jeff Schattler throws it to the other side. Ranger makes a move. Tried to flip it on for Eastwood. Eastwood moved in. The ball moved out. Still Shamrock ball, but only 7 seconds now on that 30-second clock. Schattler banks it intentionally for Ranger, who turns. He shoots, but he put that one off to the side. No shot yet for the Victoria Shamrocks. They are without an official shot in this lacrosse game. We played 5 minutes and 23 seconds. Zeros on the board in game number 4 of the WLA Finals. Ethan Iannucci will take the ball from the corner to Belton. Belton moves up. Belton wires one that goes way high into the rafters, and it's going to be Shamrock ball. Now what Rod Jensen wants to see from the 30-second clock there is Belton just giving it away with a wild shot. Schattler's going to move it now. Schattler being watched by Billick. Schattler goes across the floor. Conway looking, waiting. Poole watches Conway try to swim through, couldn't do so. McMichael wants the ball. He takes a stiff check on the wall from Derek Lowe. Now it's arced up for Krepensek. Couldn't quite take it cleanly. Now he's got it. Drops it for Billick. The transition players moving up on offense for Langley right now. Billick and Krepensek both working the wall. Out with it comes Billick for Krepensek in tight. The ball's going to go right into Vince's stick, and he's got an easy scoop out. And they move it up to Carson Leung, who played his junior ball in Victoria. Leung moving up for the Shamrocks. Has a man cutting. It's Dutch. Still Leung. Leung puts it across for Ranger. Ranger from the outside with a shot, and there's the first one. McDonald makes the save, and he's got men breaking. High outlet pass. He's got Edwards. Edwards against Schattler. Edwards hogtied by Schattler, and there's a holding call to come against Victoria Schattler. McDonald to the bench. 6-on-5 set for Langley. 15 on the 30 for them. No score in the game with Dane Doby. To Jones up top. Jones puts it to Matthews, and now for Billings. Billings, nice pass for Iannucci. He's down low. Iannucci puts it up top. Matthews from the outside, faking, shooting. Vince the stop. And now a Victoria penalty to come for the hold by Schattler. And maybe a good penalty to take, as Edwards was looking like he was going to bust through to that Victoria goal and maybe draw first blood in this lacrosse game. .13:05 left opening period. Zeros on the board. And Langley going to the man advantage for the first time. Matthews is going to move up with it. Matthews throws it across on the other side. Loose ball. Carnegie's trying to get it away. And Carnegie will. Outlet pass. He's got McRae. McRae's trying to escape Jones. McRae taken down. This is a break for Krepensek. Moving up with Jones. Krepensek in tight. Back for Jones. But a nice job by McRae. He took that pass away. And he's starting back up the floor for Victoria. McRae up into the attacking end. Throws it back, and now Carnegie's going to just control it. He'll wait there. The ball rag unit is out for Victoria. Carnegie throws it hard across on the other side. Reese Dutch moves it for Eastwood. John Harnett. Eastwood again. Everybody just backing off for Langley here. Eastwood draws a bit of a light double team. Midsky, Poole, they both go at him. They both pin him to the boards. Still Eastwood with the ball, though. Trying to kill more time. Doing a great job here in the double team. Out of the scrum, it's still Eastwood. Looked like Dutch might be taking the ball up, but it's still Eastwood. Carnegie there just trying to keep Midsky at bay. And I think that the Shamrocks are going to maintain possession out of this. We'll see exactly what the officials say. No, it's going to be Langley ball. Fans here are not happy with that decision. But it is Langley Thunder ball. And Billings will bring it up floor. Billings moving towards the net. Billings passing. In tight is Doby. Doby up top for Jones. Matthews in the middle. He'll take it now. Matthews faking, passing Billings. Looking to the crease. That's where the ball went out of Doby's reach. Jones scoops it. Matthews gets it back. Matthews faking, passing. Billings shoots. Vince gets a piece. May have gone off the bar as well. Ball back to Jones again. Good pressure here from Langley. Doby. Stiff angle. Vince gets a piece of that. Ball goes back to Billings. Billings is going to settle it here. Fresh 30, so they've got lots of time. Billings moves up to the front. Flicks it on. Iannucci. Jones missed the ball. Has to fight to get it back. Jones will control it. Matthews in tow. Jones to Billings. Billings moving to the front. Billings a shot. Vince another save. Out of the box is Schattler. Might have a breakaway. Ball towards him just out of his reach. McDonald comes out, but Schattler gets it first. He's got Harnett with him. Schattler faking, passing, high pass. Rangers trying to take it. He can't against Edwards. Evans is there too. Iannucci and McDonald will scoop it for the Thunder, who go 0 for 1 on the power play. We're still scoreless. 10:47 remaining in the first period. But the Shamrocks are going to get the ball back here. Possession change. Ranger, the Victoria captain, will take it from the corner. He's on his wrong side. Ranger waits. Wardle moves to the front. Reese Dutch moving in. Conway beside him. Dutch loads with a shot that missed. Rebound high into the air. Thunder trying to get that ball. They can't scoop it. Nor can Eastwood, though. Reinholdt's going to take it away. Reinholdt moving out of his own territory. Gets away from Eastwood. Up and over center. Still awaiting the game's first goal. Langley not able to get set up here. They're trying to get this change completed. Billings takes the ball. Fans didn't like that change. Billings from distance wires a shot on Vince. And he squeezes his pass together to make that save. And now he's got McRae with an outlet. Dan McRae charging towards the goal, passing it across. Leung couldn't get it cleanly. Tyler Haas will try to scoop it from the corner. Ball still loose in feet as Derek Lowe goes crashing to the floor. And the Thunder are back up with the ball in this scoreless game. Running hard, Billick up and over center. Now he's going to wait. He'll head off to the bench. Midsky's going to bring it up. Midsky looking across to his right. That's where the ball goes. Belton's going to set it up. Belton to Doby. Doby for Matthews. Trying to walk off the wall here. Matthews can't penetrate against Evans. Now he put one on the net. Good save again by Vince. Evans has it. Man breaking. Carson Leung. Evans thinks better of a pass there. He's moving up and over center. Shamrocks are going to change and bring out the offense. Ball is fed in for Leung. Now it's Gardner. Torrey Gardner. The left-hander moving up. He's got Schattler with him. Offensive situation here for Gardner with Schattler as they move him into a left-hand offensive position. Ball goes to Schattler's stick. He's trying to get loose. Levesque is right on him. Schattler loads, passing across the floor. Ranger from an angle, and Brody McDonald makes the stop, and he's able to hang on to it, the veteran Thunder goaltender. Midsky's going to control. 9 minutes remaining. First period, still scoreless. Game 4 of the WLA Finals. Billings has the ball. Billings waiting with it, trotting towards the front. Billings loads, sub shot. Matt Vince barely stopped it. It goes off and behind. Billings is so dangerous passing or shooting, and there he had the big shot. Harnett to the net, to Haas for Harnett. Shoots off the post. McDonald's down, and the ball's underneath. Great chances at both ends, but we're still scoreless. 8:30 to play in the first period. Billings had a great chance, but that shot from the slot even better off the pipe, and it didn't bounce off McDonald and in like it so often does. It stayed out. Ball in the middle now for Turner. Puts it across to Matthews. Matthews trying to loop it backwards, but he's being well checked, and Carson Leung strips the ball away. Running hard out of his own territory, and he's got Harnett with him. Greg Harnett and Carson Leung both moving up. Leung's going to put it across on the other side. Reese Dutch. Wardle's running off to the other side. Dutch for Schattler. Took a rising shot, or tried to rise it, but it was deflected on the way up. Reese Dutch from the corner. Spins off two. Dutch faking. Still Dutch. All the way over on the other side. Throws it to the crease area. Wardle's in tight, but he's knocked down. Takes a stiff check there from Grimes, but he gets it back. Dumps the ball into the corner. The 30-second clock winds down. 9-3, the Langley Thunder with the lead in the shots on goal department, but it is still a scoreless lacrosse game. And what a sequence a few moments ago with Vince barely stopping Billings, and then a shot off the post that Brody McDonald was able to finally keep out of the net. 7:42 to play in the first period here at Bear Mountain Arena. In the playoffs thus far, the two top scorers, not surprisingly, going head-to-head here. Garrett Billings, 28 points. Jeff Schattler, 26 points. The two high men on either side. Corey Small, once again, sitting out this game for the Shamrocks. They're without McPhail, Small, Mitch Jones, Mitch McLaren, Kowalik, McCullough, and Brown. The call-up, 17, Brody Eastwood, 29, Chris Wardle from the junior Shamrocks. Langley without Hugh Weir, Kyle McHugh, and Dan McQuaid. Shane Jackson, Trent Hawk also out of their lineup for this lacrosse game, this game 4 here at Bear Mountain. It's going to be Langley ball once play is whistled in again. And the guy to take it is Ethan Iannucci. Iannucci can explode at any time, but he's had a relatively quiet series. And of course, didn't play in game 3. Doby puts it down low. Ball in behind the net. Making some moves with it and trying to come out front is Turner. Whipped it over the shoulder, but not on the net. Belton's after the loose ball. Taken away, though, by Harnett. John Harnett's going to move up and over center. Harnett looking across to the middle. That's where the ball goes. Bounces it into Scott Ranger. Ranger setting it up to Conway. Conway met by Poole. Conway trying to barge through. Ball forced out of his stick. Schattler recovers it, though. Jeff Schattler, bounce pass. Corey Conway. Winding, faking, took a shot. That didn't get through. It was blocked. Poole goes to it, but Conway's there first. Took a high stick. Penalty call, and they score. On the delayed call, Corey Conway recovered and put it in. It's a 1-0 Victoria lead. Conway drew the penalty. That'll be washed out by the goal, but he's able to find a way to put it through McDonald. 13:05, the time of the first goal of this game. It took a while. Maybe that'll open the floodgates in this game. Conway normally a passer in that situation, and maybe that's what McDonald thought too. But Corey Conway was able to blaze it by and put Victoria up. An unassisted goal by Corey Conway. Langley ball after the faceoff. And it's going to be taken by Jones. Moves it up for Garrett Billings. Billings across the floor on the other side. Jones for Doby. Doby puts it to the middle. Matthews wasn't there. Into the corner is Billings. Billings double team. Being forced there by McCray and Carnegie. Iannucci's coming to try and scoop a loose ball. It doesn't come through. It's a reset. Victoria possession. Carnegie with it. Carnegie looks up the floor, and up he comes. Carson Leung there, but the pass goes instead to Jeff Schattler. Schattler moving in on Levesque. Coming up, Wardle to join. Rangers already there. They try and find an open space. Ball goes across the floor for Dutch. Dutch to Conway, who has the game's only goal. Corey Conway trying to barge through. Gets it for Dutch. Dutch dangerous from the outside. He's trying to penetrate here, but he can't. Moves it across to Schattler. Schattler couldn't swim by his man. And now it is going to be Langley possession. Very strong defensive set by the Thunder. 9-4, still the shots in Langley's favor, but Victoria with Conway on that delayed penalty. The game's only goal. McDonald's going to come out. Delayed call against the Victoria Shamrocks. 6-on-5 situation here. Matthews, Doby moving, passing, quick stick attempt. They score. It went through as it was Belton, on the crease. Doby made the pass, and then Belton was just able to tuck it in. Right at the side. Well-worked play by the Langley Thunder, and they have a 1-1 tie. That's a goal each way on the delayed penalty. What a pass from Doby to the crease to set that play up. 5:36 remaining, so 14:24, the time of Langley's tying goal. And just as I thought it might, it's a situation where one goal is scored and then it opens the floodgates a little bit. My apologies, that was 2, not 12 on the crease. Midsky, the goal scorer on that delayed penalty situation. So a 1-1 tie. Matthews gets the second assist on the goal as Schattler moves up. Schattler had his pass deflected. Gardner can't take it. Eastwood put one just high and wide. Johnston comes back, though, for the Langley Thunder. Johnston will wait with it. 5 minutes to go, opening period here. One's on the board. Garrett Billings moving towards Matt Vince. Billings loads, passing it across. Matthews trying to dart in. Matthews bounces it. Billings takes it. Billings moving in right towards Vince, and he bounced that one way high. It's going to be Victoria possession. 4:47 in a 1-1 tie here in the first period. Burton moves up. Passes the ball off to Schattler. Schattler approaching that very tight Langley defense. Conway, he'll wait with it. Trying to get a pick for him, but Reinholdt's right to him. Still Conway, trying to dart through. Reinholdt right on him. Dutch takes the ball. He's hit. Schattler with a shot that bounces to the side. Wardle's trying to scoop it against Midsky from the corner. Midsky working it with his feet. Gets it up to his stick. And the Langley goal scorer is working out of his own end. Nice job by Midsky there to take one away from Wardle, the junior call-up. Levesque has the ball. Levesque throws it backwards. Moving up is Jones now. 4:07 left in the first. Still tied at 1. Iannucci's on the move. Iannucci with a sub shot, and Vince gets a piece of that. It's inside his knee pad as he went down to the floor to outweight Iannucci. McRae can't take a pass. Does get it on the second attempt. He's being hit hard as Billick's all over him, but McRae gets away. Throws it back to the middle. Gardner's going to trot up with it. Gardner on his way to the net. Getting it tight. Gardner with a low shot, and Brody McDonald able to hold that out. It's Langley possession, and the Thunder will move up. Billick running inside the Victoria zone. Thunder making changes. Wanting that ball was Turner, but Billick didn't give it to him. Gave it to Billings. Not a bad idea, though. Garrett Billings on the move. Belton trying to pick for him. Ball across the other side. There's a wicked shot from Turner and Vince. Again, another stop, but he's got a man breaking. Short outlet instead. He's got Harnett. Greg Harnett moving right towards Brody McDonald. Harnett passing it across on the other side. Derek Lowe was well checked, and the ball is going to roll right back to center where Billings was waiting. Now Turner the other way. Turner right down the middle. He's met, but he spins off a check. Turner with a shot. He scores! What a goal by Turner. That spin move fooled everybody. And Langley has their first lead at 2-1 as Alex Turner run into, but then spun off the check and was able to just put a little bit off of that shot to get it by Vince. And Langley on a modest 2-goal run, but they have the lead on the road. 16:56, Alex Turner. Vince went right over to the bench for a drink after that. Not liking that shot getting by him because there wasn't a whole lot on it, but well placed. And sometimes when you take it off the shot, that's as much of a deception as anything. Doesn't always have to be a blazing drive. We'll see about the assists on the goal. Billings gets the only assist. Up the floor comes Carson Leung for Victoria. Leung spinning. Moves to the middle. He's got Eastwood. Leung might shoot it instead. A pass to Eastwood. He'll shoot it, and McDonald gets a piece. Rebound to the corner. Leung ducks away from a couple checks, but lost the ball, and Poole's going to take it back. 2.5 to play opening period. 2-1 score here at Bear Mountain Arena. Johnston's got the ball. Moves it forward. Ethan Iannucci. Trotting down towards Matt Vince. Billings is beside him. Iannucci trying to dart his way through. Lost the ball. Shamrocks get it back. Billings couldn't get it away from Harnett. He's got a man breaking. Here comes Burton. Burton to the goal. Burton shoots. McDonald stopped that. Looking for the 5-hole was Tyler Burton, but Brody McDonald knew it, and he squeezed it together. Just over 2 minutes to go. Lintz with the ball. Lintz to his left with a pass, and Garrett Billings is going to take it. He's watched by Greg Harnett. Ball across on the other side. Matthews looking in front. That's where Midsky is. Midsky has one of the Langley goals. He's got the ball now. Puts it to the middle. Bounces off a stick. Doby's trying to take it. He does, and Haas was drilled up high. High sticking is going to be the call against Midsky. Haas is still down. And the fans in an ornery mood, as are the Shamrocks right now. Heavener's very upset. And this is, I think, going to even out. Midsky's going for the high stick. And the Shamrocks will be penalized here too. Greg Harnett also being sent off the floor for retaliation. So a high stick and a slash. The initial high stick was by Midsky on Tyler Haas, who's still down on the floor. It's a 5-minute major that goes up to Midsky, and Haas is back up on his feet. Gets a nice round of applause from the fans here at Bear Mountain Arena. But a major will go up on the one side and a minor on the other, so that will mean in 3 minutes, barring further penalties, a Victoria Shamrock power play. 2 goals on delayed penalties to start the scoring off here. Corey Conway at 13:05, then at 14:24 it was Midsky. And then Turner with that spin move at 16:56. That has us where we are now. 4-on-4 lacrosse. Reese Dutch comes up the floor. Dutch for Shatler. Shatler, Eastwood, Dutch, Ranger out there offensively for Victoria. A pass eludes Shatler, but he recovers it nicely. 17 seconds to shoot. Shatler inching up, making moves, trying to penetrate. Shatler puts it across the floor. Scott Ranger getting it tight. Ranger right to the crease, can't shoot it. Faking, pass deflected by Grimes. Grimes takes it away nicely. Mike Grimes of the Vancouver Stealth and the Langley Thunder. He's going to play lacrosse in the same building all year. Grimes controlling it. Flips it on, and here comes Billings again. 4-on-4. Billings, Iannucci for Billings again. Billings on the move. Looking across to the right side. Still Billings. Billings for Doby now. Doby will wait with it. He's going to spin off Heavener. His shot went off Vince. Victoria possession. Final minute of the period. 2-1 Langley Thunder leading the Victoria Shamrocks. And it'll be 4-on-4 for the rest of this period, with the coincidental still in effect. Victoria will have a 3-minute power play eventually in the second. Conway's got the ball. Working in on Poole. Conway from the corner. Poole trying to stay with him. It's still Conway. Up to Dutch. Got some room. Shoots. McDonald the save. Rebound goes back for Dutch. Nice play to try and get that ball back, and he recovers it. He's got a reset too, but there's only 15 in the period. They send Vince to the bench. Shamrocks are going to go 5-on-4 here as Ranger's the late man coming on. Here's Conway to Ranger. Ranger fakes, shoots. McDonald made the save on Ranger's shot from the angle. Now with an empty net to shoot at, the Thunder bomb it down the floor a bit wide, and that will do it for the first period. Still too much time, you would say, if you're Bob Hayes behind that Victoria bench, as Ranger was stopped, and then the empty net chance was there for Langley, but they couldn't hit it. 2-1 after the game's opening 20 minutes of lacrosse in Game 4 here at Bear Mountain Arena. But both sides are ready, and we'll get this ball dropped in between Evans and Poole. And Poole's been the dominant face-off man in this series, especially at home, less so here. Evans and Poole come together, and the ball knocked out to McRae. McRae's going to bring up the attack, trying to run on Poole. Now he wants to just get off and head to the bench. Evans with it. Evans moves it to Scott Ranger. Ranger will move up the attack now. Running right down towards McDonald. He's got Conway in behind. Now it's a power play for the Victoria Shamrocks. Conway waiting. Passing it off. Reese Dutch on the other side. Playing some catch. Ball goes to Conway. Flips it on to Ranger. Faking, passing. Dutch shoots. That just missed. Rebound. Dutch tried to find it. So does Shatler. The 30-second clock dies down, but did they get a reset? They did, as McDonald did get a piece of that shot from Dutch from the outside. Hidden ball trick here with Conway and Ranger. Conway will move up. Throws it to Ranger. Ranger across on the other side. Shatler puts it down low. Eastwood, Shatler, Ranger. Closing to Shatler again. Faking. He's got Conway now. Conway closing in. Waiting. Shooting off the pipe. Oh, he had Brody McDonald leaning right off the bar, and it stayed out. Mike Grimes is back the other way for the Langley Thunder. Grimes is waiting. Being pushed backwards here. Still Grimes. Tyler Haas doing some good work on him. Grimes is knocked down to the floor. Haas tries to drag it out, and he does exactly that. Haas spinning. Took that high stick, remember, at the end of the first period. But he's back out there now. Ranger will move it up. Putting it to the other side, and now it's Conway. Conway will close in. Conway waiting, faking, passing up top for Dutch. Dutch will load it, pass it back. Here goes Conway again. He shoots. That one off the side of the goal. The rebound is right there for McDonald to grab. Just nothing to shoot at for Conway, even though he had the angle. Grimes is back. 1:28 left in this major penalty. As off the floor is Midsky for the high stick on Haas. Reinhold down the wall. Throws it back to Matthews. Matthews thought about going to the net. Instead, he backs it off. Billings will quarterback to Matthews up high. Matthews puts it back across the floor again. Belton trying to pick for Billings. Billings draws the double team. No stick here. Reinhold had his stick taken out of his hands as Evan brings it back. Evans to the net, passing it across, and Shatler can't shoot. The ball's in the paint. Fortunate bounce for the Thunder, and they bring the ball back. It's Poole. Poole has lots of room to the net. Moving up to the arc. Now he's going to wait and back it right off again. Still 2-1, Langley in the lead. Victoria on the power play, but Langley's got the ball rag on here. Haas comes out along with Carnegie. They're trying to battle it away from Poole, but Matthews takes it from the corner. Yeager's going to have a hard time handling the big guy. Ball goes away from Matthews, and he picks it up again. Carnegie's on him. Matthews still controlling well in that double team behind the net. They both go to him. Matthews taken down to the floor. The ball's underneath him somewhere, and who's going to get possession? It's going to be Shamrock ball. 2:55 into the period. Two players colliding and both going down. Jones and Haas right by the Langley bench, and they have words for each other. Shamrocks will take the ball and bring it up floor. Late stages of the power play. 2-1 Langley Thunder leading. Ball being brought up by Conway. Conway moving towards the front. Conway has Dutch. Dutch from the middle. Loads it back to Conway again. Conway flips it on. Ranger faking. Scores. No, he doesn't. Oh, what a stop by McDonald. What a stop by McDonald on Ranger. Had me fooled on that one, but it's still 2-1. Here's Dutch. Put it across to Shatler. His shot deflects, and it goes right by Dutch. Still 2-1. Crowd buzzing after that move by Ranger. McDonald somehow keeping that ball out. Here's a shot from Eastwood that misses. It's just behind the green paint, so Eastwood scoops it again. Still time on the 30. Brody Eastwood takes it all the way back to safety. And now play whistled down. It's going to be Langley possession. The officials had to sort that out, but they did. 5-on-5 lacrosse. Thunder 2, Shamrocks 1. With the ball is Jones. Jones puts it across the other side for Iannucci. It bounces high, and Harnett will take it. Harnett up the floor as it goes from John to Greg. Greg with it. Bounce pass forward, and Jeff Shatler is going to move up. Shatler has Wardle right beside him. Shatler looking across to his left, but Billick's right on him. Shatler breaks into a run, gets by, throws it back. Derek Lowe tried to bomb one through. It's picked off, and here comes a breakaway for Poole. Right down the middle. Vince is waiting. Poole is in. Poole stopped by Matt Vince. Great stop. And it's still 2-1. And back in is called. This is going to be Langley ball once more. Or is there going to be a penalty call here as well? Lots of argument on this call. And it is going to be Langley moving to the power play after a great save by Vince. But then the call made on Yeager. And Langley goes to work for their first man advantage of this lacrosse game. 0 for 1, Victoria on the power play. And now the Langley Thunder with their first chance. Delay of game is the call on Yeager. Tyler Haas will move up now. Haas to the crease, getting in tight, low shot, and a penalty call, I think, for a hold as Haas was taken out hard. And Tyler Haas has been a marked man in this series, no doubt about it. Took the high stick from Minsky and then was grabbed onto, trying to make that foray to the goal. I think that holding will be the call again. So we'll wait on the official announcement here. But I'd be very surprised if it's not a holding call to come. So 4-on-4 lacrosse again. We've seen that before in this contest, and we'll see it again right now. And holding is the infraction, so lots of room in this 4-on-4 situation. Langley goes to 0 for 1. And Lintz will move into the box. Ranger's going to be the guy to quarterback it, or is he? He's heading off the floor now. So instead it'll be Reese Dutch. Reese Dutch has the ball. Moving it down to the corner for Conway. Conway running in behind the net. 2-1 Thunder leading. Lots of room in 4-on-4. Conway's trying to get out front. Being watched here as he puts it across for Schattler. Edwards on Schattler. Schattler's trying to get away. Schattler turning, can't shoot, flips it on. Eastwood low shot, and Brody McDonald kept it out down low. Great job by McDonald along the goal line to keep Eastwood at bay. 5 minutes into the period. Langley moving up with Reinhold. Reinhold on the attack. Throws it to the crease area for Jones. Jones looking across. That's where Iannucci is. Still Jones. Jones puts it on the other side. Onto the run goes Billings. Billings for Iannucci. Ball bounces to Jones. Jones back in tight, but it's picked off. McRae running the floor. He's got Haas with him. Dan McRae looking at Haas going to the net. He's going to move off to the wall instead. And McRae's just going to settle it down. 5.5 minutes in second period. 2-1 score. Thunder leading by 1. No goals yet in the second. Ranger with the ball. Faking, passing, Conway moving up. Corey Conway shoots. McDonald gets a piece of that. Reset to come. Conway's got it. Former Nanaimo Timberman Corey Conway has the Shamrocks' only goal. Broken stick lying on the floor. It belongs to Krepensek. He won't be able to get off, though, as Schattler's going to move up on him. No stick for Krepensek here on Schattler. How is he going to defend it? Schattler puts it in tight. Diving play by Wardle at the crease. The ball stays out, but it goes right back to Conway. And still, Krepensek is caught out there with no stick. 25 seconds on the 30. Shamrocks trying to move in again. It's Schattler making moves. Gets by. Schattler off the post. Rebound goes back towards center. Foot race for it. Conway can't scoop it. This is a chance for Langley, but a bad change, I believe, at the bench to try and spring the extra man. Victoria gets the ball back, and they're going to go to the power play in just a couple of seconds. But, of course, now everybody's got a stick. Krepensek played a whole shift without one. A very short power play now with Victoria in possession. Reese Dutch up top. Passing it. Now he and Derek Lowe continue to move across, and Lowe didn't have the ball. Hidden ball trick. Dutch had a shot there, but not on the net. Now Derek Lowe is stopped just barely by McDonald. Got that arm into the side of his body in a hurry. Long outlet breakaway pass. Lintz to the crease. Billings couldn't handle it. Vince gets it back. And Victoria's going to come up again, led by Evans. Evans has Eastwood sprinting with him. Evans will throw it back to Burton. Burton, a pass for Schattler. Schattler's going to settle down the pace. Just under 20 on the 30-second clock. Wardle runs to the net. Reese Dutch comes up there too. It goes to Ranger on the other side. Ranger will try to walk in. Scott Ranger being guarded here. Now he shoots. McDonald stopped it up high. Huge rebound. It's on the floor. Thunder with it. Running hard out of his own end. It's Billick right to the net. Has Reinhold. Billick shoots. Vince a great stop with the stick. And he shoots it high out towards center. Up comes McRae. McRae right down the middle. Dan McRae whips it wide. Rebound right into Schattler. Schattler controls against Lintz. Lintz on top of Schattler. McRae runs a pick. Schattler with the ball. Faking. Passing. A chance for a shot by Reese Dutch. He puts it across on the other side, and it bounces free for Schattler again. Schattler's got some room now. In on Grimes. Flicks it over the shoulder. Nice pick off, though, right in front of the net. And it now goes up to Johnston. Langley in control. Nearing the 8-minute mark. Second period. 2-1 Thunder. And there's no scoring yet in this period number 2. This has been a tight contest right from the get-go. 2016, the shots on goal in Victoria's favor. They've been the better team in the second, but still no scoring. And there's a shot by Doby that Vince had well scouted as Doby tried to put it trickily over his back. Yeager's going to move up the floor for the Shamrocks. Passing the ball down. Burton's got it. A rear offensive foray for Burton. Shamrocks changing. Up comes Corey Conway. He's got it in his stick. He's been active in this game today. Conway's got Ranger beside him. Conway on the run. Conway shot. He put that one wide on the short side. Back it goes to Reese Dutch. Dutch will throw it down to the corner. Conway's on his wrong side. Running in behind the net. 3 seconds. Conway for Dutch. He shoots. He put that one high. And the rebound will go into the Damon Edwards equipment. And now it bounces free. Edwards will take it. 11:25 left. Second period. Shamrocks trailing by 1 on their home floor. Up comes Jones now for Langley. Moves it across on the other side. Shamrocks trying to set up defensively here as Langley hasn't had much of the ball lately, but they might have a break now. Good job by Hevener to steal, though. Hevener tries to escape Alex Turner, who right now has the go-ahead goal in the game. Ball is passed into Tyler Haas. He's on the move. Haas will wait. McMichael goes to him. Haas skips away. Looking across to his right, that's where he puts the ball. Schattler to the crease. A chance in tight. Yeager stopped and the ball goes free. Yeager's trying to take it against McMichael from the side as 5 players jam up for the ball. And it's picked up by the Langley Thunder. Poole will control it. Arcs it high out to Billick. Billick will drop it off, and here's McMichael. Almost halfway through this game, it's still 2-1. McMichael's got lots of room. He's going to trot up towards Matt Vince. Puts it to the middle. On the run is Billings on his wrong side. Now to Doby. Doby's going to close in, waiting, shooting. It bounced and deflected on the way. Missing the goal, though. Hevener, home run pass for Burton. He's being caught by Grimes. Burton can't win the ball. Grimes kicks it to the side. And we're going to see a call in behind the play. And a power play situation to come with the Langley Thunder doing, looked like some complaining, but I think this might be a Victoria penalty that's coming. Heading off the floor is Harnett. So John Harnett puts Victoria down a man at this stage. Langley 0 for 1 on a very brief power play. It only lasted 20 seconds the first time out. Matthews will take the ball from center once play is whistled in. Matthews moves it forward. Billings. Matthews to the crease for Iannucci. Iannucci, Billings, Matthews takes the ball right in. Took a shot. Great stop by Vince up high. Iannucci's after the rebound. Walks off the wall with it. Iannucci, Billings, closing, waiting. Billings, passing. Matthews, faking. Matthews, stopped by Matt Vince. Great concentration, able to hold his body up as Matthews tried to beat him, lost the helmet in the process. Now a home run pass for Tyler Haas, and his shot is kept out by McDonald. These goaltenders going stop for stop right now. 9:40 to go in the second. 1:20 left in this Langley power play. Vince on Matthews. McDonald on Haas. Doby moves it across. Billings to the crease. Quick stick attempt. No shot. Still no shot. And then finally from the side, Iannucci hit it into the side netting. And Matthews is being pushed around in the crease. Matt Vince goes for a bit of a walk as they put the net back on. Thunder moving the ball exceptionally well. They're going to bring the towel on, and Carnegie's taking a knee. He's going to get back to his feet. But the officials want the towel to come back on the floor, and that'll give a little bit of a break to this lacrosse game, which has been played at a frenetic pace. 9:27 left in the second period, and a 2-1 Langley Thunder lead on the road. All the scoring in the first period, all in a short span in the first period, too, as the icebreaker in the game came at 13:05 of that first period. Conway, then Minsky at 14:24, then Turner at 16:56, and that's been it. 22-20, Victoria out shooting Langley. McDonald and Vince, razor sharp. On that last exchange, that last sequence, they tried to move it wide to get Vince moving. Iannucci, stiff angle, tough play, but Matthews almost able to feed him. Shamrock ball with Schattler trotting up towards the center line. Moves over it now. Schattler, Conway, Ranger, and Burton. Schattler into the double team. Pinned to the wall. He doesn't mind staying there. Poole comes over to try and get that ball out. Schattler doing a great job just keeping the ball at bay. Schattler dragged down to the floor. Helmet off. Langley possession. The crowd very displeased with that. And Scott Ranger, he's arguing. But Schattler's going to run off to the bench. Langley ball. And a mix-up at the Thunder bench as players from both sides are involved here. Edwards pushing and shoving with Conway, and they come up in each other's faces. Conway and Edwards, the two main combatants really here, but everybody just roughing it up. I don't think any danger of fighting penalties out of this, but certainly some roughing penalties could come. Edwards and Conway, both a couple of former Coquitlam Adanacs in the Western Lacrosse Association. They get things sorted out, and it looks as though no penalties out of this, but Langley Thunder ball. They've got Doby, Matthews, Iannucci, Billings, Jones. Doby's going to quarterback it at this point as the ball comes to him. Now up he starts. Dane Doby talking about former Adanacs. Looking at Billings. Billings plays catch with Jones. Doby. Jones closes, shoots. Vince gets another piece of a shot. Bounced off him, and it's run forward here by Victoria. McCray with lots of speed for Tyler Haas in tight. Faking, and McDonald a great save. And it's still 2-1. Ball in the corner. Poole gets it. Poole loses control. Carnegie spins. Carnegie passes the ball off. Poole goes at his man. That's McCray. Carnegie looks at Shatler. Shatler wants it. He's a great ball ragger. He's got it again. Shatler's going to wait. 10 seconds left in Harnett's minor penalty. Harnett waiting to come back on the floor. Conway will take it. Back to 5-on-5. John Harnett is out. Corey Conway's got the ball. Reese Dutch beside him. Conway faking, passing it off. Here comes Ranger, wrong side. Ranger runs in behind the net. Now he's on his right side. 20 seconds to shoot it. Ranger put it across. Dutch can't take it, but Shatler will. Shatler from an angle. Faking on the run. Shatler puts it to the net, but it missed. High rebound. Reese Dutch grabs it. Still 10 seconds. Dutch out of a double team. Finally had the ball dislodged, and up floor goes Jones. Takes a tumble. And a nice job on Billick, as Harnett just grabbed the stick of Billick. And then a huge knockdown on Doby. And the play goes on. And Doby gets back to his feet. Here comes Hevener. Hevener to the crease, in tight, Evans, and he couldn't get the clean shot. Minsky's after the loose ball, so is Victoria Shatler. Shatler takes it, right in on goal. Jeff Shatler in tight, over the shoulder bit, and McDonald just barely kept that out. Back up the floor comes Poole. They're going end to end now in this 2-1 game. Ian Poole towards Vince, winding up, shoots. Vince stopped him. Rebound loose in the paint. Ian Poole almost in the paint going after the ball. It's still loose. Burton finds it. Burton lost his footing as Billings tries to strip him. High pass. McCray grabs it at center court. 7:10 left. 2-1 Langley. Second period. Great game. If you like offense, maybe this isn't for you, but if you like goaltending, it certainly is, and it's intense. Harnett has it. Strong defensive work, too, by both sides. Here's Conway moving towards the net. Conway looking across to his right. He's got Wardle in tight with a shot, and McDonald down to his knees. Another save. Up the floor goes Grimes. Grimes on the run towards Vince. Grimes shoots, and Vince moves the arm up to stop him. Harnett, outlet pass for Hevener. The Calgary roughneck running the floor. He's got Shatler, another roughneck over there. Shatler's going to move up. Has a man beside him. Picking his Gardner. Ball goes back to Conway. Conway and Dutch. The right-handers looking to make something happen. Ball goes to the middle. Dutch is trying to find it. Won't get to do so. Helmet dislodged and knocked off of the defender back. I think that was Edwards, and it's going to be Langley ball. 6:27 left in the second period. Pass up to McMichael. McMichael's going to move up on the attack, and he puts it across. Thunder waiting and controlling. Belton with it. Belton for Matthews. Moving in on Vince. Matthews right to the crease. Puts it across looking for the quick stick. And Belton just moved off his position. Ball on that side wall. Thunder trying to move it in front with Iannucci. The assistant captain puts it to Billings. Billings can't corral it. He's still fighting for it, though. Carnegie hits him up high, and Billings goes down. He's been shaken up. No call. Then Carnegie's wrapped up by Lintz, and it's going to be a possession change in Victoria's favor. Thunder complaining now. Billings is back up, adjusting his helmet as he went down quickly while being checked, but he's back on his feet now and going to the bench. Under 6 to play, second period. Conway with the ball. Conway to the middle. A chance in tight. No shot, though, as Poole muscles down his man. Wardle had a good chance, but he was muscled right down by Poole. Shatler off the wall. He's stopped by McDonald. Ball goes back towards Scott Ranger. Ranger's trying to win it against Lintz. Lintz makes a move and gets away, and he's got Poole. What a knockdown on Wardle by Poole, and now away from the ball. Lintz and Ranger colliding and both going down to the floor. Which way is the penalty call going? I've tried to watch the ball, but there's so much off ball right now. You probably have a good look of it with our great camera work here in Bear Mountain, but there's so much happening off ball. These two teams do not like each other. 5:28 left in the second. Lintz taken off the floor. Shamrocks to the power play. Trying to even things up. Third power play chance of this lacrosse game. The quarterback is going to be Reese Dutch. Rangers up there along with Conway. Shatler as well with Eastwood. Ranger to the middle. For Shatler and back to Ranger. Those two are going to play some catch. Shatler, Ranger moving in, shooting. That deflects off to the side. Bouncing ball. This is a great opportunity here in transition. Billick running the floor hard. The ball goes all the way deep into the corner. And now he's going to try and rag it. Moves it to the middle. open man running towards the net. That was Turner, but Billings didn't see him. Billings in the double team, passes out of it, and knocked over the rag line there was Belton. Victoria ball, up they start. Working out of his own territory is Harnett. Harnett's just going to settle it down here, and he moves it forward to Shatler. 4:48 to play in the period. Ranger faking, passing to Conway. Conway moving in, loading up, passing, and Dutch didn't expect it. Nobody did. Nice soft pass there from Conway. Dutch got it now. Dutch for Conway. Took a shot, and McDonald gets a piece of it, and it once again goes all the way back down to center. Conway back into his own territory. Under a minute to go in the power play. 2-1 Thunder. 4:22 left in the second. Conway moving right up to the arc. Conway shoots. McDonald made the save, and Levesque grabbed the rebound right away. Levesque has Grimes open. That's where the ball goes. Knocked out of his stick there as he had to jump up to grab it, but no Victoria player in the vicinity, so Mike Grimes is able to settle it down. Now the ball rag will be on for Langley. Iannucci with it. Puts it in behind the goal. Iannucci gets it back again. He's got Belton. Ball goes back up top instead. Jones will set it up. Has a man on the wall. That's Reinhold. Reinhold's going to wait. Double team is coming slowly. Reinhold on the other side now. Iannucci. Iannucci with 3:40 remaining here in period number 2. Under 10 seconds in the power play. Lintz wants to get back on the floor. 5 seconds. Reinhold's going to move up towards Vince. Reinhold waits. Lintz is out. Still Reinhold, but now the 30's in effect. Reinhold holding it against Evans. Reinhold gets away, puts it up top to Belton. Now on the other side, it's Billings. Billings making moves. Billings across the floor. Jones had to jump up to grab it, but he did. Jones from an angle, puts it across on the other side. In goes Billings. Billings loops it backwards. Belton from long range for Reinhold. Reinhold spins, lost his footing, but still going. His bounce shot goes way too high, and it's going to be Shamrock ball under 3 to play in the second. Hevener's on the run. He's got Shatler on the other side. Conway there too, and Conway moves up with it. Conway passing across. Shatler had to take it up high. He couldn't shoot. Still Shatler. Derek Lowe's in the middle. Across on the other side for Conway. Conway's going to move up. Hevener runs a pick. Heavy pick. Illegal pick, say the officials, and it's Langley ball. Back up the floor now come the Thunder, led by McMichael. Running inside the Victoria zone. 2:35 to play. Second period. 2-1. Langley Thunder. All the scoring in the first period. Dane Doby moving towards the front. Matthews there to help Doby out. Matthews picking for Doby. Doby's trying to work free. Slings it in for Matthews. Matthews on the run. Good lane. His shot. Vince kicked it aside. Rebound. Vince again tried to stop it, and the ball dribbles behind him. Matthews able to put it through. Finally, another goal in this game. Doby and Matthews working some magic in tight, and with 2:16 left in the second period, a 2-goal lead for the Langley Thunder, and in the scope of this game, a 2-goal lead looks massive. Matthews had a monster game in game number 3. He was really quiet here in game 2. And it has not been a strong offensive, at least in terms of offensive production game for anybody. But that's a massive goal at a huge time. Oh, they're giving Mitski the goal, so he must have touched it, as I thought Matthews was the guy that was barreling through. So Mitski must have picked it up and pitched it in after Matthews drove it right to the net. So that's a couple of goals in this game for Mitski. Shamrocks trying to get back. Ranger, 2:04 left. Ranger to the corner for Conway. Conway puts it across on the other side, and McDonald makes the save on a driving move as Gardner tried to walk in with it. Damon Edwards hit high by Gardner, but Edwards gets away on the run. Damon Edwards looking strong here as he passes out for Poole. Poole from the outside. Lots of room, but he wants to get off for a change. Iannucci moves the ball in. Now a high arcing pass for Alex Turner, who has one of the goals. Midski's got 2. Turner's got 1. Jones trying to charge in. Jones puts it back to Billings. Billings to the net area. Turner's getting in tight. Scores! Waved off, though. Crease violation call. And it's Victoria possession. Still 3-1. Turner put it by, but he was in the paint when he did. Evans for Victoria. Heads towards his bench. Moves it to Shatler. 1:15 to play here in the second. Shatler's on the move. Schattler tried to move it in for Wardle, but McMichael picks it off. And he has a man breaking. Long pass down the floor. Reinholdt's trying to catch up to it. Ran into the referee, and the ball goes to the crease. Matt Vince trying to scoop it, and finally he does. Official got right in the way of Reinholdt there, and Tor Reinholdt certainly has a beef on that one. Up the floor now comes Hevener. 50 seconds left in the period. 3-1. Langley Thunder. Conway from distance scores! McDonald never saw the shot, and Conway knew the goalie wasn't looking the right direction. From way outside, Corey Conway gets his second, and it's 3-2. These goalies haven't blinked much tonight, but McDonald maybe blinked just a bit there. Conway was well to the outside and just blew it through. Great presence of mind to realize that McDonald had no idea really where he was and where Conway was with that shot. (19:18) the time of Conway's second goal. 3-2 game. We saw goals in bunches in the first. We see it here in the second. Torrey Gardner gets an assist on the goal, but really that was just presence of mind from Conway. 22 seconds left in the second period. Langley 3, Victoria 2. Shot by Doby, and Vince got the arm up. Ball goes high into the air. Shamrocks have it. Haas takes it, and is the timeout being called here? I think that's exactly what's happening. And Tyler Haas thought he had a breakaway and probably did. 14.6 seconds remaining. And normally you'd think that's a great call to get the timeout right away, but with Haas breaking up the floor like that and his great speed, just maybe, he would have had a better chance to take it up himself. Victoria in a timeout situation. They'll get Vince to the bench and try and get that one shot. They did that in the first period, but Ranger shot it so early there was still a bid for the empty net the other way. In this situation, we'll see how it transpires. Brody McDonald taking a walk back to his crease. He's ready. Derek Lowe will take the ball when it's whistled in. They still have another 10 seconds in the timeout. So everybody's stationing themselves. Dutch, Conway, Ranger, Eastwood, Schattler, Derek Lowe. Matt Vince on the bench. Here comes Derek Lowe. Lowe puts it across for Conway, back to Lowe. On the other side, it's Eastwood being pushed back. 9 seconds. Lowe to Schattler. Schattler to Conway. Over the shoulder. McDonald the save. There's still 4 seconds. Ball's in the corner. Billick shoots for the empty net. Is he online? It doesn't matter. He shot it wide, but the buzzer had already sounded. Conway got the shot, and he's the Victoria hot hand. Couple of goals for him. And on the other side for the Victoria Shamrocks, Rhett Midsky. 2 goals in this lacrosse game. As it's going to be Evans against McMichael this time. Normally it's Poole, and Poole's been so good, but it's McMichael against Evans on this face-off. And the ball's underneath McMichael's, and it's kicked out. Eastwood with it. Runs back into his own territory, and the Shamrocks will start this third period with the ball. Trailing by 1. Eastwood flips it on to Schattler. Jeff Schattler moving in. Almost lost his footing there. Looks across the floor. Conway with it. Conway back for Schattler. Schattler's going to wait. Hangs on a shot. Oh, that just missed. Rebound goes free. On the reset, it's Langley ball. Johnston will take it. Moving forward out of his own end. He's got Levesque with him. Johnston has a man off the bench. That's where the pass goes. Doby puts it back to the front and just away from Levesque. Doby was on the run there, and maybe he was the guy that should have shot. Such an excellent shooter. Billings now wires one off Vince. Rebound goes high into the air. Hevener takes it down. He's got a man breaking instead of short pass to Carnegie. Carnegie up and over center for the Victoria Shamrocks. 1 minute into the third. Carnegie passing. Here's a break for Derek Lowe. Forced off to the side. Lowe's trying to work away from a check. On the run to the middle. Puts it backwards. Wardle's on his wrong side. Moves it across now to Carnegie. He's wanting to get off the bench, but he's going to stay in the attack as Conway puts it down for Wardle, and he was open. Wardle couldn't take it. Gardner does. He's in tight, and McDonald went down to make a brilliant save, and it's still 3-2 Langley. Brody McDonald getting down so quickly, and for a big man, that's not easy to do, but he made it happen there. Minute and a half in, third period. Langley by 1. Now it's their turn on the attack. Iannucci with it. Belton's on the run. Ball went across the other side. Trying to scoop at Iannucci. Iannucci will. Passing deep into the corner. Ball goes astray, though. Burton has it. Burton running out of his own end. Makes a pass up floor. Yeager with it. Moving towards McDonald. He's going to want to get off for a change. Ball goes to Schattler. Schattler has Ranger on the other side. Jeff Schattler skips his way through. Holds up. Passes the ball backwards. Up comes Conway. Conway's on the move. Gets it now across for Reese Dutch. Dutch trying to spin off Lintz. Hard to do. Lintz right with him. Swim move by Dutch. Puts it off now to his left for Conway. Conway waiting. Not much time. And there is going to be no shot here. A defensive wall by the Langley Thunder. McMichael will take it and move it ahead for Lintz. Lintz on the way out of his own territory. Moving up, and he's got Jones on the other side. Jones just lobs it in. Brett Midsky, he's got a pair of goals in the game. Now Matthews from the outside. Moves it down below the goal line. Doby in tight. Matthews, and he put that one high. Rebound for Doby. Doby controls. Back for Billings. He wants to settle it just a bit. Now he's on the run, though. Billings shot. Vince, a kick save, and the ball is picked up and brought up the floor. Running hard is Carson Leung. Man breaking. Over the shoulder bid from Derek Lowe, but he couldn't get it by the defender. Langley back in transition so quickly. Billick, a phenomenal runner. Right to the arc. Billick shoots. And Vince got his leg on that. Grabbed the rebound. Everybody's scampering hard to that bench. Harnett wants to pick up a bouncing ball, and he does. John Harnett working it down deep inside the Langley end. Over 3 minutes into the third. 3-2 Langley Thunder. Jeff Schattler has control. Schattler's moving up on the defense. Schattler towards McDonald. Pick run for him by Wardle. A pass towards Wardle. Goes right back to Schattler. Schattler's trying to win it away from Poole. And Brody McDonald had the ball go into his feet. Schattler was in the crease by the time he made that play happen anyway, I think. As Krepensek will play it forward. Belton trotting inside the Victoria zone. Moving up on the defense. Harnett trying to stay with him. Belton across to Matthews, and now for Doby. Doby in control. Trying to get in tight, and he is. Doby rated on goal, and Vince jumped up to make the save. And it's still 3-2. Matt Vince brilliant there as Doby undressed Evans trying to walk right down Main Street. Victoria possession again. John Harnett and Greg Harnett both up there. John moves it back to Schattler. Lots of activity at the crease as Schattler's moving up. Schattler moving up. Harnett in tight, and McDonald gets a piece. That may have grazed him and the post, but he kept it out. Hard run here. Reinhold right down towards the Victoria net. Reinhold charging through. Knocked down. The ball goes free. Hevener's trying to win it away from Levesque. Hevener runs in behind his net. Great ball win for him. Pass for McRae. McRae tries to escape the check, and he gets away from Reinhold. Corey Conway adjusts his pads, and up he will start. Passing it down the wall for Ranger. Ranger coming up. Still has it. Ranger shoots. McDonald squeezes that together. Nice work down low by McDonald again. Edwards moving up inside the Victoria zone. Edwards, good lane, and his shot may have grazed the side of the goal. There's a reset, so it did. Huge collision. Edwards drilled by Haas. Haas trying to break free from Midsky. Breakaway pass. Yeager's in tight. Yeager's drilled by Midsky. He still got the ball, though. Now Midsky's trying to direct it out, and he does. Brett Midsky trying to charge through. Can't get the ball away. Haas is knocked down. Fans don't like that as Edwards is right over top of him. Those two still talking at each other. So much emotion in this game 4 and in this whole series. 3-2 Langley. 5.5 into the third. Iannucci from the outside is stopped by Vince. Vince will outlet for Burton. Tyler Burton into the attack. He's got lots of room. Burton with Schattler in behind. Delayed penalty coming. Jeff Schattler to the crease. Quick stick. Oh, what a stop on low by Brody McDonald. Stacking the pads. Ranging to his right. A spectacular save. 14:21 left in the third. And they're preventing the tying goal. Taking one away from Derek Lowe. What a remarkable save by Brody McDonald. Shamrocks going to the power play. Corey Conway, he has both of their goals, and he's got the ball now. Conway and Dutch will play catch. Conway for Dutch. Dutch from the outside. Takes the ball down, but Lintz is right there. Schattler now to the crease. Eastwood. Schattler again. Schattler goes across. Here's Dutch. Bombs one, scores! This is a tie game off the stick of Reese Dutch. .555, number 10 with the goal. First power play goal either way in this game. And it's all even in the third. Dutch with that outside shot. He's so good with it. Victoria Shamrocks 3. Langley Thunder 3. Brody Eastwood and Jeff Schattler with the assists on that goal. Brand new game, life in the building here as Corey Conway has it. A move on Reinhold. Conway in tight for Schattler. Shoots McDonald down and he keeps it out. Squeezing that in his pads again. Langley ball. Johnston will take it. Had to trap it, but now he's going to move it up the floor. Belton to Billings. Billings across to Doby now. Doby's got Matthews with him. Ball goes to Billings, but a nice active stick to break up that pass. Brilliant work there by Greg Harnett, but Billings is back up again. Billings passes it too hard for Matthews. He didn't expect that. He was trying to get out of the way eventually. Here comes Yeager on the run, but he's going to be met by Levesque. So Yeager's just going to throw it back, and Torrey Gardner will take control. Gardner to Schattler. Gardner on the run to the net. Schattler's got some room on the outside. Goes across. Conway shoots. McDonald stopped that. Rebound went right by Gardner. He just turned the wrong way for that rebound. Now Lintz hit hard by Gardner. Gardner trying to direct that ball away from Lintz, but Lintz gets back on one knee, recovers it, and again, Gardner went at him. Lintz takes the ball back to safety. Hard, heavy work by Lintz there. Heads off to the bench, and everybody tapping him on the pads for a job well done. Midsky. Billings. Billings looking towards Doby. That's where it goes. Now deeper into the corner. Jones trying to penetrate. Jones waiting. Can he move it in further? Jones tried to spin on Leung. Still Jones, a shot. Vince once again keeps that out. Men breaking for Vince. Short outlet though. Carson Leung running out of his own zone. A pass up to Scott Ranger, the Victoria captain. Moving the ball ahead. Takes up his spot. Poole's going to go to meet him. Ball to Conway. Conway trying to skip off McMichael. Poole goes right at him. Ball in tight. Ranger turns and fires, and Brody McDonald standing up tall. Keeps the ball out. Rhett Midsky recovers his stick one more time. Langley Thunder in possession. 11:35 to play in the third period. It's 3-3. Dane Doby in on Yeager. Doby turning, looking, passing, Turner, and Vince once again. He stands up tall to make the stop. Running hard up the floor, Harnett. John Harnett in on the offense this time. Lobs it backwards, and it's in the stick of Eastwood. Eastwood looking across on the other side. That's where Dutch is. Reese Dutch has the tying goal. Dutch takes the ball. Levesque goes to meet him. Still Dutch. Illegal pick, they say, by Conway. And it's going to be Langley possession. 11:03 left. 3-3 in the third. Threes are wild right now. 41-34. Shamrocks leading in shots on goal. These goalies are so tough to beat tonight. And both huge here in the third. Even despite that goal by Dutch. Here's Billings. Billings has the Iannucci right behind him. Iannucci breaks into a run. So does Billings. Billings looking at Iannucci. Gets away from Carnegie. Ball goes to Iannucci, but he couldn't take it. Not a clean bounce there. And it's all the way back for Jones. 3 seconds on the 30, so he whips it in wide of Vince's net. And it's now Victoria ball. Heavener's going to trot up with it. Ranger wants it. Ranger gets it. Gardner and Wardle come up. They're the left-handers. The right-handers. Schattler, or rather Ranger, and Conway, who drives one off Brody McDonald. Schattler, a third right-hander out there. Or a third left-hander, excuse me. Conway moving towards Poole this time. Corey Conway in with Ranger. Ball comes out of Conway's stick, and Poole's able to scoop it away. High arcing pass to center. Picked off nicely. Schattler is back. He's got room. Jeff Schattler. But now they're going to call, not sure if it was a change or something else off ball, but It is going to be Langley possession. Shatler with the break, and now in goes Doby. Shoots, and he missed with that. Rebound all the way back out to center. Foot race is on. At center court, it's Brett Midsky. A pass across, and Poole wants to get off the floor. 15 on the 30 as Kyle Belton's going to move it forward. 9:40 to go in the third, tied at 3. Belton from long range to Matthews. Matthews trying to barge through, doing a good job of it too. Puts it across on the other side. Jones whipped one into Vince, and he's got it. Wants Yeager, and that's where the ball goes. Yeager has a man breaking. It's Derek Lowe. Yeager doesn't feed him, though, as Lowe is the cutting man. Through towards the crease. Brody Eastwood ducks under Lintz's check. Passes it down deeper. Lowe puts it up top to Shatler. Shatler across. Conway. Reese Dutch. Dutch to the front. Eastwood shot kicked away by Brody McDonald. And speeding back the other way, Damon Edwards working hard inside the Victoria zone. Edwards looking back, and he's got his man Garrett Billings. Billings makes a move. Gets away with Iannucci. Iannucci right in the middle, and he put one that goes off the stick of Vince. Took something off that, I don't think intentionally, but it's Victoria ball now. Tyler Haas trying to work away from Billings. Haas looking up the floor, and he's got McRae. Dan McRae breaking into a run towards McDonald. McRae lost the ball. Scoop back up, and now it's Langley on the run. Johnston running hard towards Matt Vince. Throws it across. Breaking in. Here's Jones. He won't shoot it. Tried to put it back to Johnston. Johnston from the corner. Being whacked at by Shatler. Bounce pass for Jones. He's going to take it from center. 15 on the 30 for Jones. Ball goes to Matthews. Matthews on the way to the net. Loading. Won't shoot it, but he's still moving. Now he shoots, and Vince gets the stick down to make the save. Pass out to center. And he's got Harnett. Harnett is moving up along with Conway. John Harnett just beyond the arc. Waiting for more men to come and join him, and he puts it back to Brody Eastwood. 8 minutes to play. It's 3-3 in Game 4. Langley up 2-1 in the series. In goes Conway, right to the crease, trying to escape Reinhold. He can't, but he passes out to Dutch. Reese Dutch shoots. McDonald gets a piece of it. Rebound loose back for Dutch again. He can't shoot. He's on his wrong side, so he rolls it backwards on that reset to Derek Lowe. Victoria changing personnel. Torrey Gardner in control. Gardner on Edwards. Gardner shoots. It went high. Rebound hit the end netting. Now it's loose on the end wall. Brody Eastwood wins the ball battle. Gets under Levesque. Still Eastwood. On his way out front now. Puts it across on the other side. Scott Ranger in on Lintz. Can't get by him. Ranger gets the ball back, though. Ranger's knocked over. Derek Lowe right beside him. Lowe's trying to scoop the ball. He does, and he wins it. But he puts it off towards the glass, and it's now Langley ball. Damon Edwards is going to run one more time. This time he's in on Wardle. Edwards to the crease. Spinning. Won't get to shoot, though. He's still got it, and he's going to set up Billings. Billings settling down the pace. Lots of time on the 30 for Billings. Billings makes a move. Looking to maybe get a shot through. A rare shot for him, but an illegal playoff ball. Wardle's going to take it for the Shamrocks. Wardle on the run. Trying to escape Jones. It's still Wardle. And he throws it into Shatler. Wardle's going to change. Jones goes at Shatler. Shatler runs away, though. Moving down towards Brody McDonald. Shatler to the middle. Playing some catch with Derek Lowe. Now an arcing feed out to Ranger. Ranger to Conway from the wall. Ranger just ran over Johnston. And now it's going to be Langley ball. It's Mark Matthews trying to get a breakaway. In he goes on Vince. He fakes and no shot because Conway impeded him from behind. Now Krepensek tried to feed the front. And it goes right into Evans. Conway maybe prevented the biggest goal of the night as Matthews was trying to deal his way in on Vince. But Conway impeded the shot. Still 3-3. Just over 6 minutes left in Game 4. Torrey Gardner passes the ball to Shatler. Shatler's moving towards the front. Jeff Shatler looking across to his left. Quick stick from Dutch and right off the pads of McDonald in perfect position. Now an outlet feed for Billick. Billick on the run. Moving towards the front. He's got Grimes. Now a pass off and Vince has to make another save. This time it's on Doby. Running up the floor is Hevener. Down towards the net. Hevener ducks under Billick's check. Works his way to his left side, and now he throws it back towards center court for Scott Ranger. 18 on the 30 for Ranger to move in. 5.5 and change to play. Ranger moving up towards Lintz. Lintz has been a giant defensively here for Langley. McMichael's over on that side too on the D. Ranger's trying to move his way through. Ranger passing for Dutch. Dutch can't shoot it. Reese Dutch spinning. Trying to get loose. Now he shoots. He bounced it into McDonald. And the rebound taken into the crease. And is this a crease call? It is. Lintz tried to dive out of the crease, but he ended up diving right in as he was being pushed. Really little else he could do there. The towel's going to come on again. 5:19 left in the third period, tied at 3-3. Game 5 is Sunday at the Langley Event Center. Game 6, if necessary, is here next Thursday. What a series. 7-6 Langley in Game 1. 10-6 Victoria in Game 2. That's the biggest margin of victory. 12-10 with an empty netter in Game 3, and now 3-3 with 5:19 left here in game number 4. How bad do these two teams want it? Nobody giving an inch. A little extra mop-up duty here in the late going of period number 3. Just a great spectacle of lacrosse. Six Nations up 3-0 in their series against the Brooklyn Redmen with a win tonight, 8-4. One win away from advancing to the Mann Cup somewhere here in British Columbia. Is it Victoria? Is it Langley? We don't know yet. We don't know how this game's going to go. With 5:19 left, is the next goal the winner? Might just be that. As the ball is in behind McDonald's net, Lintz is able to take it. Grimes shaken up, getting slowly to his feet as Grimes now breaks into a bit of a trot towards the bench. Edwards has the ball for the Thunder. Edwards moves it to Billings. I'm waiting for Billings to uncork a real lethal shot here. He's been passing the ball most of the night. Billings controls. Billings puts it across the floor. Miss Jones. Under 5 seconds in the 30. Jones is just going to lob it down. Victoria will take possession. Evans will start out of his own zone. 4:40 to play in the third. It's 3-all. Jeff Schattler is going to try it. Gardner with him. Billick goes to Schattler, who's directing traffic. Schattler for Conway to Schattler again. Passing to Gardner. Gardner looks back at Conway, bounces it to him. Rangers trying to pick. Conway passing below the goal. Schattler takes it. On his way out front, he tried to scoop it. Gardner couldn't take it. Optimistic scoop job there by Schattler. Here's a great run by Johnston. Moving towards Matt Vince. 3 Thunder up on the play. A pass in tight. Matthews is stopped by Vince. That may have gone off the post as well. You heard the post rattle from up here. Lots of numbers in transition there for the Langley Thunder, as McCray is going to bring Victoria back. Schattler controlling. Schattler bounces it to Corey Conway. Conway moving up along with Dutch. Dutch has a bit of room. Reese Dutch faking, shooting, and McDonald again, another save. The ball loose just outside the paint, and it rolls ahead for Grimes. Grimes up and over center. Waiting there is now he's going to move up. He's got Dane Doby. He's got Jones. There's a shot, and Vince gets his arm up. Ball loose. Grimes trying to find it. So is McCray, and McCray able to win it for the Shamrocks, but then Belton almost stole it back. McCray does win it, and he spins off Belton. Dan McCray. Carnegie's run down. Here's a chance in tight. A low shot, and it just missed from Heavener. Rebound back to Carnegie again. Carnegie controlling it. 3:10 to play in the third. It's 3-3. 15 seconds on the 30. Scott Ranger's got the ball back at center. Ranger's going to move up. Scott Ranger. Leung is picking. Ranger deep into the corner for Leung in close. He fakes. Oh, McDonald. A spectacular stop again as he stayed right with Carson Leung, who had maybe the game on his stick. But Brody McDonald so patient, and he made the save. Back comes Billings. Billings for Doby. Doby's trying to get away from Harnett. Ball goes down a little deeper for Jones. Jones has some space from the outside to Billings. He shoots, and he bounced that one off the target. Scooped back up by the Shamrocks. Up they start. Running hard. Yeager into the attack. Right down the middle. Yeager will pass it off on the side. He's got Harnett. Schattler takes it now. Crowd into it with 2:25 to go. It's 3-3 in game 4. Schattler makes the pass across the floor. Derek Lowe moves up, shoots. McDonald got the stick out to make that save. Swung it around a bit, but he kept the ball. Langley, long transition play. Matthews, breakaway. Vince with a kick save. And then Haas takes out Matthews. They both go down. Vince just got that leg out in a hurry. McCray is back to the crease. A chance in tight. Reese Dutch, or Heavener rather, is stopped as Nolan Heavener was in tight to the goal. There's a penalty call coming against the Langley Thunder as Heavener had that great chance. It's a back check as Heavener was flattened while trying to beat Brody McDonald. There's 1:55 left, and the Shamrocks are going to go to the power play with a chance to win it. The back checking call comes. Edwards heading off the floor. The net went flying off on that Heavener chance. Opportunity knocking for the Victoria Shamrocks. It was the Langley Thunder who got the game winner on a power play late in game number 3. Could it be the home team for the second game in a row in this series, winning in familiar fashion? Oceans of time in this 3-3 lacrosse game. Reese Dutch, the last goal of the game, was a power play marker. And Reese Dutch is out there now. Shatler, Eastwood, Ranger, Dutch, Conway. Lintz, Billick, Johnston, Grimes, the 4 defenders out there, and the most important defender, Brody McDonald. Play whistled in. Dutch to Conway. Conway to Shatler. To Conway again. Lintz trying to stay with him. Ball goes free. Reese Dutch from the outside to Shatler. Shatler to Conway. Faking. Conway for Dutch. They want to get Dutch that outside shot. Now he's going to take it, but it glanced off a stick. Ball bounces free to Ranger. Ranger wins it. Closing. Ranger waiting. Passing. Reese Dutch flicks it on. Eastwood with a quick stick attempt, and he bounced that high into the side netting. Is it Thunder ball? Or is it Victoria ball? Shamrocks get it. A deflection. Brody McDonald can't believe it, but it's Shamrock ball. Play whistled in. Ranger, lots of time here. Moves it to Conway. Conway closing. Still Conway. Playing catch with Dutch. Conway might shoot it now for Dutch. Back to Conway. Loading. Conway to Shatler. Shatler to Conway. Winding. Shoots. That deflected. Rebound is loose. It hits the back of the net. And from the paint, scooped up by the Thunder. And Billick is going to get the ball rag going. 1 minute to play in period number 3. 3-3. Reinhold working the ball rag now as Dobie's got it. Dobie trying to move in on Heavener. Dobie walking down the wall. Heavener's trying to stay with him. Still Dobie. Dobie escaping. Still Dobie. What a job by Dane Dobie. Still has it in tight, and Vince robbed him in close, but Dane Dobie kept coming up with the ball with 2 Shamrocks on it. What a penalty-killing job by Dobie. Almost maybe a game-winning goal in that situation, but it's still tied at 3. Edwards standing nervously at the box as Ranger moves in. Under 30 seconds now in the third. Could we see overtime? Dutch to Eastwood. Eastwood waiting. Back for Dutch again. To Shatler on the run. Shatler puts it across. Conway for Shatler. What a save by McDonald. Eastwood stopped the gain by a sprawling Brody McDonald. Unbelievable. In the waning seconds of this game, that Shatler was just robbed, and then Eastwood was robbed, and I don't know what the better save was. Absolutely magnificent from Brody McDonald in desperation. He may have injured himself on that play. Coming across, ranging to his left, first on Shatler, and then sprawling on Eastwood. In the dying seconds of the game, Brody McDonald proving his worth to the Langley Thunder. And you think about it, Nick Rose played so well and helped Langley win in game number 3, but the saves McDonald has made here, the pad stacking save on low, that sequence right there, and numerous other chances. The shots are 52-41 for Victoria. But Brody McDonald with a game-saving sequence of stops, and there's 12 seconds left in the third. Maybe a chance for Dobie, but the ball runs away from him. Now it's loose on the wall. Dying seconds of the game. And we're going to OT in Game 4 of the Western Lacrosse Association Final.
Next game decided by overtime. Here's how it goes. A 2-minute break and then 10 minutes of time. It won't be second half for the first 10 minutes. If it's still tied at the end of that 10 minutes,
10-minute session to come.
followed by 20 minutes of sudden death OT.
So a quick 2-minute break. And then 10 minutes. And everybody's standing on the floor and waiting right now. They're not going to put it up on the clock. But it will be about a 2-minute break. 52-41. Shots on goal. And Brody McDonald still has the building buzzing after the saves that he made in spectacular fashion. First on Shatler and then on Eastwood. When it looked like Shatler had the game on his stick. And then it looked like Eastwood. All he had to do was put it over a sprawling goalie, but McDonald's such a big guy. Even when he's down, you think he's prone. He's still able to have that presence of mind to come up with something. And he certainly did there. Both teams around their respective benches, trying to get off to a fast start in this next 10-minute overtime period. Matthews standing at the end of the Langley bench. He had some chances at the end of regulation. Maybe the best chance was the one that Conway stopped him from getting a shot, but Vince also having to make some stops on Big Matthews as well. The goal scorers in this lacrosse game. Back in the first period, 3 goals. Conway for Victoria at 13:05. Brett Midsky at 14:24, both on delayed penalties. Then Alex Turner spinning his way to the net at 16:56. In the second period, at 17:44, Midsky's second of the game from Matthews and Doby. Then Conway at 19:18. And then Reese Dutch on a power play at 5:55. The only goal of the third period. And here we go to 10-minute overtime. Face-offs, even more massive at this stage. And we haven't had a lot of them in this game because there's been virtually no scoring. 3-3 could be a run after 6 minutes in an average game, but this is no average game. It's game 4. A 3-1 lead for Langley and 2 home games of the next 3. You'd think they've got it. A 2-2 tie. You don't know which way this series is going to go. And you'd be crazy, I guess, too, to count Victoria out even if they do go down 3-1. These games have been so close. Up the floor, Dutch to Conway. 20 seconds into OT. Reese Dutch over the shoulder bid, and he couldn't beat Brody McDonald. Poole's got the ball. Damon Edwards running towards center. Edwards will pass the ball off, and here comes Billings. Billings for Jones and back to Billings. Iannucci there too as Billings walks in, back for Iannucci. Iannucci to the crease looking for Matthews and a quick stick, but they couldn't make that work. Harnett runs the floor for Victoria. Right to the net. Harnett shoots and he bounced that one just over top. Saw that lane and he went for it. John Harnett with a great chance. Just bounced it a bit too high. Back up the floor comes Grimes. 1 minute gone in OT. Brent Midsky drops it in. Chance from an angle. Belton puts it across. Jones. On the other side, he's got his man. It's Turner. Turner twisting, trying to work free. Still Turner. Now to Jones. Jones is being well pursued here by Tyler Haas. Ball comes out. Carnegie on the run. Haas went down along with Jones. It's going to be Langley possession again. Working out is Edwards from his own end. Damon Edwards moving to the heart of that Victoria defense. Throws it back to Billings. Late man coming on. Now he's got the ball. That was Belton. Here's Billings, good lane. And Matt Mintz gets the chest on that shot. Victoria possession. Breakaway pass. Tyler Haas in on McDonald. Shoots and he missed. Trying to go to the stick in the top corner, but he just put it over the stick and wide of the post. At center court, huge collision. Harnett was taken out, but he's back to his feet. Yeager's got the ball, and Corey Conway is going to move up. 2 minutes into overtime. Conway working towards McDonald. Conway shoots. McDonald stopped at Ranger. Rebound faking. Scores! An overtime goal by Scott Ranger as Brody McDonald made the first stop. Looked like he might make that sprawling save again. But Scott Ranger had just a little bit more patience than Eastwood did at the end of regulation time. 2:09 into OT. The Shamrocks lead by 1. Ranger at 2:09. A 4-3 game. Off the faceoff. It's scooped back towards his own net. by McMichael. Conway gets an assist on the goal as he was stopped. Yeager also with a point. 2.5 into OT. 4-3. Billings with it. Billings will wait. Control. Pass it off. There's a shot. Vince made the save. Tried to scoop up the rebound. He did. Matt Vince with an outlet pass for Yeager. Yeager's on the run and he's got some room. Yeager to the crease, passing it up, chance to close, Reese Dutch faking, and McDonald stayed right with him, and he kept that ball out, and it's still 4-3 in overtime. Ranger with the go-ahead tally. Edwards moving towards that Victoria defense again, throws it back. Turner, high pass, Iannucci couldn't take it. Shamrocks do. Shamrocks with momentum right now, and they're feeling it a bit here in front of their home crowd, up 4-3. Hevener passes the ball off to Shatler. Shatler will move in towards Billick. Shatler controlling. Passes the ball off. Low for Conway. Ranger in front. Pass to him. Ranger shoots. And McDonald makes another save. Scott Ranger looking for his second consecutive goal in crunch time. Ball battle beside the Langley net. Reinhold takes it out, but he lost it to Shatler. Fresh 30 for Shatler and the Shamrocks. Shatler's going to move up slowly. 58-43 shots on goal favoring Victoria. And they're sensing maybe another opportunity here as Conway's coming. Conway for Reese Dutch. Over to Shatler. Shoots! McDonald stops that, just barely squeezing it. Shatler, as he loves to do, just takes something off that shot and try and fool you. But there was no fooling Brody McDonald that time. Mark Matthews is going to start up this Langley offense. He's got Doby with him. Ball goes opposite side for Billings. Billings being well checked by Carnegie. Carnegie right on Billings. Billings gets away though. Carnegie's trying to stay with him as Billings turned, but his shot didn't get through. It's still loose on the floor. Jones trying to win it back for the Thunder. It goes to the Victoria bench. Nice job by Jones as he got his stick on it, but the 30-second clock is going to die up. Here's a steal though by McRae. McRae up and into the attack. He wants off. 5:33 remaining in overtime. Shamrocks 4, Thunder 3 in game 4. Scott Ranger down to the corner for Conway. Back to Ranger. Ball didn't get through. What a stick by Grimes to take that one away. Grimes now for Edwards. Edwards starting ahead. He's got Levesque, the Langley captain. Edwards on the run. Puts it across. There's a stop on Dane Doby by Matt Vince. Shamrocks breaking. Here they come. Led up floor by Eastwood. Harnett's also up there too. Eastwood controls. Bounces it back for Jeff Shatler. Under 5 to play in the overtime. Shatler moving up slowly to the net. Puts it backwards, and Corey Conway will quarterback it. Conway moving up. Conway in tight. Eastwood over the shoulder. He just missed the post with that shot. He was in the crease as he took it, and it's Langley ball. Up floor comes Krepensek. Trots down, sets up, passes the ball back to Midsky. Brett Midsky with a couple in this game. Iannucci from the corner to Matthews. Bombs a shot in, and Matt Vince again. Looking almost unbeatable now from the outside. McRae takes the ball back for Victoria. 4:20 left in the third. 4-3 Shamrocks, and Scott Ranger has control. Ranger looks ahead. That's where the ball goes for Conway. Corey Conway having his best game of the series here. A couple of goals, a huge assist, and a pass to Ranger, but it didn't get through. They're trying to spring Ranger at the crease, but great sticks by the Langley Thunder defensively as up comes Grimes. Grimes on the run. He's got Billings. That's where the ball goes. Billings shot. That was blocked. Ball up ahead. Here's a breakaway for Harnett. John Harnett in on Brody McDonald. Harnett fakes. McDonald makes a brilliant save again, and it's still 4-3. Harnett didn't know what to do. McDonald's so big in there, and he's so poised. Tried to take his time, but he couldn't beat him. Still 4-3. Was that the springboard that Langley needed? Brody McDonald stopped. As in goes Jones. Jones trying to move it in for Matthews. Matthews down a bit lower now. Directing traffic here is Billings. Billings on the move to the crease for Belton. But play called. Some off-ball interference, and it's Victoria possession. Oh boy. Greg Harnett just went down. The fans reacting. But no call will come in overtime with 3:22 left. Burton is going to bring up the Victoria attack. Up the floor comes Scott Ranger. 3:15. 4-3. Victoria Shamrocks. Crowd into it, whether they're cheering or booing, they're right on the edge of their seats. Here goes Conway from the corner, trying to swim off from McMichael. A chance in tight. McDonald's down, the ball loose, pinning around in the crease. And it's won by Langley. Billick in control. Running his way through towards Schattler. Iannucci a pick. Billick on the move to the middle. Throws it across on the other side. 17 on the 30. Iannucci against the wall, trying to work his way to the front. Iannucci stopped by Matt Vince. And Dan McRae takes the ball back. 2:35 to go in overtime. Scott Ranger with the only goal of this extra session. Up the floor now comes Torrey Gardner. Shamrocks trying to use every second of the 30. Every time up the floor. Conway with it. Conway will move towards the front. Puts it across. Gardner spinning. Won't get to shoot it though. He tried to fling it off the side of the goal, but he was falling into the green paint. Langley ball and Damon Edwards breaks into yet another run. They're tireless out there. Edwards moving towards the net. He's got Midsky with him. Edwards spinning left and right and passing for Dane Doby. Doby's moving in on Yeager. Matthews right beside him. Doby knocked to the floor but throws it back to Matthews. Matthews from an angle for Billings, charging his way through. Billings can't get a shot. Ball comes loose. Harnett wins it. Harnett scampering down the floor, and he's got a man. Breakaway pass in tight, and just missing was Evans. Ball goes back. John Harnett with Greg beside him. John can't get it. Greg tries to bat it away, but it's Poole who comes up with it on the wall. John Harnett goes to him, then Greg Harnett goes at Poole as well. But they couldn't take the ball away. Under 90 seconds to go in Game 4. Unless Langley can move to tie it, and then we'd head to sudden death. Ranger has the winner right now. There's still time. 13 to shoot. Turner shot, and Vince makes another stop. Outlet pass. Tyler Haas moving slowly this time. He doesn't do that often. But he wants to settle things down as Schattler has it. Just over a minute to play in overtime. Corey Conway has the ball. Billick goes to him. Conway trying to beat him. Billick stays with him, but Conway still got it. Couldn't charge through. Wins the ball. Rolls it across on the floor for Scott Ranger. Ranger on McMichael. Ranger trying to get in. Knocked down. Tried to shoot it, and the ball goes just through the crease, but Ranger was in the crease. So there was going to be no goal happening there as Johnston and Ranger are pushing and shoving as Ranger's trying to get up off the floor. Now the towel's going to come on again with 43.5 seconds remaining in the overtime session here in Game 4. 61-48 shots on goal tonight. Well over 100 shots. This is the kind of lacrosse we've been treated to this whole series. And I know if you're a Langley Thunder fan, you want a 3-1 series lead, and you'd love to win it in Game 5, but I'll tell you what, how would you not like to see this go 6 or 7? Home team's been perfect in the series. Shamrocks have the lead with 43 seconds to try and kill and guarantee themselves of a Game 6 here next Thursday. Nothing better to do this Sunday, believe it, than watch Game 5 at the Langley Event Center. Minto Cup this week as well. Whitby and New Westminster going as we speak. McDonald's to the bench. 6-on-5 Langley, and Billings is right to the net. Billings passing, quick stick, and Dane Doby was kept away by Vince. On the reset, it's Jones. Iannucci from distance takes the ball in. Iannucci faking, and Iannucci was stopped. Empty net to shoot at. Shamrocks have the ball. It's Harnett, looks at the goal, and he put it off the post. It's still 4-3. There's 17 seconds left. And is there a timeout call? I think there is with 16.4. Great chances. Great chances. Harnett off the post. Would have been 5-3. But there's still time. Chris Welch, Victoria General Manager, pacing in the press box here. And a big possession still to come. The Thunder want to get the towel back on the floor again. Brody McDonald having to get back in net now. It is tense in this building. Brett Midsky talking things over between the benches. And the mop is out, getting a couple more spots left. Shamrock fans are nervous here. They haven't been able to see their team put away the Langley Thunder, but they have the advantage thanks to that goal by Scott Ranger. Conway initially stopped by Brody McDonald. Ranger put the rebound in. This game might not even be in overtime without the heroics of McDonald in regulation late on Shatler and Eastwood. But Vince has been equal to everything in the overtime. 111 shots on goal, 61-50 in favor of the home team. Shatler's going to take the ball from the corner with 16.4 seconds. Everybody needing to get positioned here. As the ball, I think, will be whistled in a few moments, but maybe the officials are going to have to talk about it a bit more. And is Shatler being called for a stick measurement here? Well, if you're going to make one of these types of calls, now is the time to do it. In desperation time. People joking in this series what was going to be the first check on illegal pads. Of course, in round one, Victoria had to play with their third-string goaltender. Well, not even. One of their runners, Derek Lowe, had to play in goal, and he actually won the clinching game. Flindell was out, Vince was out because of illegal equipment. But we haven't seen that yet. But the stick measurement is coming out here on Shatler's stick. Oh my goodness. Tape measures out. And Shatler says, yep, no problem. Delay of game against Langley. You can see the emotion even on a penalty call from Shatler right now. Delay of game against the Langley Thunder. With 16.4 seconds left. We're that close to game 6. And we're getting closer to game 5 on Sunday, too. In what looks like is going to be a tied series at 2-2. With the home team, again, emerging victorious each and every night. Now another unsportsmanlike call coming. Matthews is very upset as he's heading towards the penalty bench area. And at this point, it doesn't really matter. When the call on Shatler went the other way, that was probably the one that they needed to get. So Matthews is in the box. I think that's going to be in addition to the delay of game call. And it is. Here comes Johnson into the box as well. So Victoria has lots of extra real estate here once play is whistled in. It's taken forever to get to this point as Shatler runs back to center. Shatler takes it. On the whistle in, Shatler's on his way to the net. Billick's on him. Ball goes across for Carson Leung. Leung stripped to the ball, fighting to get it back, and he does. 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we have a tied series. 4-3 Victoria. In overtime, Scott Ranger gets the winner. A captain's play at the most important time of the season. And Scott's had some big moments in the National Lacrosse League, but in the WLA, that's his biggest.